Hello, and thank you for joining our conference. We would like to ask you some questions about the UK experience with auto-enrollment program and some other pensions challenges we all face. And the first question is, as the Poland started its auto-enrollment program based largely on UK example in 2019, and we have the initial phase behind us, but the average participation is below the expected level, currently at around 30%. So we ask ourselves questions, what could be the future of this program in Poland, how we can increase participation, what we can do to make it more popular, and how it looked like in the UK.
Okay, well, thank you very much for the invitation. And it's delighted to be speaking with you at the conference today. So I'm based in the United Kingdom, and I'll begin with just one note of care and consideration. As I say, I live in the United Kingdom, and therefore I understand the pressures and the priorities in the United Kingdom, and these shape my actions here in the United Kingdom. I love Poland, but I don't live in Poland. So I'm delighted to share my experiences of the United Kingdom, and I hope these are helpful. But it would be wrong of me to clearly tell Poland how to manage its pension pressures and priorities. But that said, with regards to automatic enrolment, first of all, I'd say from my position in the United Kingdom, I'd say well done, Poland. Europe is aging, and our aging societies have to be paid for, and automatic enrolment can be a key ingredient in meeting this responsibility. And if I look at the United Kingdom, I think there were 3 ingredients that led to the success of automatic enrolment in the United Kingdom. These may be of interest to you in Poland. The first ingredient was political consensus. This was something where our politicians all agreed, from all political parties, must be done. And it was developed and agreed over a 10-year period from about the year 2002 and then implemented in 2012 in the United Kingdom. So political consensus was incredibly important. The second ingredient that we had in the United Kingdom was that of public trust. Private pensions have been in the United Kingdom for many, many, many years, and the British public understand them and have some trust in them. My organisation, Aviva, in the United Kingdom, first started helping people with retirement income incredibly in the year 1709, so more than 300 years ago. So we have a deep culture of trust in the United Kingdom, which helped. And the third ingredient was we made it relatively easy for people to save. They didn't have to complete a form. They didn't have to tick a box. Everybody was automatically enrolled, and only those who choose not to save had to automatically enroll. And what has been the success of that in the United Kingdom, just for your awareness? 10 years ago, 1 in 10 employers in the United Kingdom were helping their employees save for retirement. Today, it is 10 in 10. All, and there are 1 million employers in the United Kingdom, are now helping their people save for retirement. And 10 years ago, fewer than half of working people in the United Kingdom were saving for retirement. Today, it is a record high of 9 in 10 people saving for the retirement. Now, it's been very helpful, but it's not been easy. In effect, we've been asking people to delay spending today for a better tomorrow. And so what 3 lessons have we learned in the United Kingdom to help make this a success? And these may be of value to you in Poland. First is With that political consensus, we've had to keep focusing on the longer term. This is a long-term challenge for the United Kingdom, helping people save for their future. And there are many, many, many short-term pressures that politicians and households feel, but we must always try and maintain that focus on the longer term. The second thing is we've had to keep building trust in the pensions industry. It has been around in the United Kingdom for more than 100 years, but still people have some confusion and low trust. We have to make sure people trust our industry. And third, we're having to invest in what we call financial education. We're asking people to put their money into these products, and many people don't really understand these products, and therefore we spend a lot of time and money investing in financial education. So three things that I would really think has been successful in the United Kingdom is focusing on the longer term, making sure there is trust, and also making sure there is financial education so that people can improve. And with those ingredients, we have a positive future for automatic enrollment in the United Kingdom, and I really do hope that you can have a positive future in Poland too.
Okay, thank you. But what concrete facts or arguments in the UK help to persuade skeptics to join their schemes at a later date?
It's a very good question. And I'll begin by saying in the United Kingdom, because we had political consensus, because we had some public trust, and because we made it easy, we've actually had a relatively small number of skeptics. Today, 90% of employees are now saving in the scheme. I think you said it was 30% in Poland. So 90% in the United Kingdom have chosen to keep saving. 1 in 10% have chosen to opt out. And some of those people may have very, very valid reasons for opting out. So we have not had this problem of great skepticism in the United Kingdom. The three things that we have done to maintain that positive perception around automatic enrollment to encourage skeptics has been, one, clear messaging from, I'll say, our politicians of all political parties, from the media, from pension companies, and from employers about the value of saving for the future. So clear and consistent and common messaging from all those voices. Mm-hmm. Second, education. We're asking people to do something with their money that they maybe have not done in the past. We've spent money and time educating people as to why this is the right thing to do. And thirdly, we've done it gradually over a period of years. We started in the United Kingdom with the largest employers who had the resources to do this well, and we over time moved to the smallest employers who could learn from those who have gone before. And we also started by asking individual workers just to contribute 1% of their salary, and over time that has risen to 5% of their salary. So by having common messaging, by having education, and by slowly introducing people to automatic enrollment, we've managed to keep our skeptics to as small a number as possible.
Okay, and now we have a broader question about the impact of changing demographics on our pension systems. So we all know that there is a pension gap and it's widening, but we still don't experience the full-scale consequences. So within the next 10, 20 or 30 years, what do you think? What we can do to stop this pension bomb from exploding in the form of a social conflict between beneficiaries and contributors?
It's a very, very good question, and it is one that makes many people debate and argue in the United Kingdom. And it's a very important question. Let's remember the reason that we are having this debate in my country and in your country is a good news story. Many more people are living longer than they ever have lived before. And if I give you an example, in the United Kingdom, 100 years ago, our king decided that he wanted to send congratulation letters to everybody who celebrated their 100th birthday. And 100 years ago, our king sent 24 letters in the United Kingdom. This year, our queen will send 10,000 letters to people celebrating their 100th birthday. And that is wonderful that we have people living longer. The challenge that we all recognize is that we have to pay more for our longer lives in retirement. And fixing it is not easy, but I do believe it can be fixed with confidence and with commitment. And there really are, I always find it helpful to remind ourselves that there really are only three options that we as societies, whether it's in Poland or the United Kingdom, have. The three options we have is that to help fund our longer lives and later life, we can save more or we can work longer. But if we don't want to save more or work longer, our only third option is to retire poorer. And none of us want to retire poorer. So all the energy must be put into, yes, encouraging and helping and educating people to save more, building trust, but also creating a working environment that is good for people who want to keep working longer into later life. And if we have that supported with education and consensus and support and good behavior from companies like Aviva, then I am confident we can avoid the exploding bomb that you refer to. It will not be easy, but it is the right thing to do. And with commitment, I am confident we can avoid that bomb exploding.
Okay, thank you very much indeed for joining us and sharing your insight.
Thank you.